This is a look, review, critique, comment, reaction, a sardonic slant on the Gringo Papi. Slam bagad. This video will probably contain lots of swearing.
Comedy.
In opening, he talks to the crowd, and he seems like he genuinely hasn't done much crowd work or prepped for it at all. So off the cuff, so that's good, but not funny. 3 minutes in and chuckling at most of his jokes before the punchline. I think maybe he's got punched in the head so many times that he just actually doesn't know when to laugh at jokes. It seems like laughing at the jokes is a nervous thing that he has because he's nervous, basically. He also has this habit of making faces in lieu of punchlines because I believe he thinks they're punchlines.
Then David, right next door to me, David goes, yeah, the same mountain lion stole my Amazon package. I'm all...
He imagines himself to be gay and he says, we'll play video games and we'll do this and then we'll fuck. And he seems to think it's literally hilarious. Just that. No clever analogy or wordplay or witticisms or anything like that. Just hilarious that he's going to fuck. And then you know what he does? He looks to the audience member. It's like, it's your fault. It's you, innit? You're the one that's weird about me fucking a man.
It's like, no, it's just shit.
Give me something that shows me you've actually thought about this and not just decided, I'm a stand-up now. He's with a Mexican woman, and that there seems like it'd be a good idea for an opinion and a point of view. Tell me something about the Mexican culture. And it basically boils down to my wife's an asshole, and she feeds me cheese and beans. And oh yeah, and he's got a big family, so 15 people in a car. That's, yep, okay. He literally looks like, when he's doing this one bit, like I can't remember what a joke, well, there is none particularly, but whatever the words are that are coming out of his mouth, it looks like he's actually licking the fucking microphone, which is fucking gross. When he acts out certain things, he looks to his left and to his right, maybe forgetting the audience is in front of him. There's also definitely a couple of dodgy edits in here, and all I can wonder, what the fuck did he think wasn't worth putting in there? He has no style. He has no personality that is interesting, and he doesn't have a way with words. I mean, he's been punched in the fucking head a few times. The good thing about him, I will say, is he doesn't appear to have anybody else's style. He has his own unique style of non-style. I'm pretty sure that Bruce Lee said that, didn't he? That you want to cultivate a style of non-style, so then you can't be predicted. So maybe he's a genius. Only once that I noticed in the beginning did he tap the microphone on his leg, like Dave Chappelle. But he did it once, and if he did it all the time, all the way through, I would have said, fuck right off, that's fucking dog shit. I feel like his incessant need to laugh at his jokes, it ruins the joke. You're ruining your own fucking stupid, shitty, terrible jokes by laughing in the middle more than the audience. I don't think he's really taken the time to think about refining all the words he say, that's right, into a joke. I don't think he cares enough about the craft of stand-up to give a fucking consideration to the audience to actually do a solid 7 minutes, which I believe he could have a good 5 to 7 minutes, but it's still not ready. He still has to take the 25 and go out in front of people, and I don't believe he did that. I just basically believe he wrote some stuff, went up there and did it, and it's basically, it's not even terrible. It's just not ready. It's unprepared. He is funny with his friends. I don't believe he's got all these fucking stand-up friends and he's just completely devoid of any fucking levity at all. But the problem I reckon he has is he's too fucking scared to go out on stage and say those things in front of real people because he's more interested in being popular with the crowd, looking good, looking shiny. Oh, and telling you that he has a big dick 3 times in the span of 5 minutes.
My big dick's right there. Still got the big dick. Still got the big dick.
That's not a joke. That's not self-deprecating. That's not funny. He thinks he's self-deprecating and he's not. Look at his cauliflower ears. He's got punched in the fucking head a lot. It's not funny getting punched in the head. It's not funny having fucking brain damage. But cauliflower ears, I mean, come on. That's pretty funny. I believe he should come out and tell me about his fucking cauliflower ears and tell me about some of his fighting experience. Tell me about something that's fucking interesting from him and his perspective and his point of view that only he can say. If he really cared about the craft, he would have sat down to actually think, what are the unique things that are interesting about me? And what he comes up with is I spent 19 grand to go out and buy a gun and some night vision goggles because there was a lion in his backyard. It's like you're literally putting up a wall in between us because there's just been a pandemic, people couldn't work, but you've got 19 grand disposable income.
You're dumb.
I don't believe this man is willing to fail to become good at stand-up, even mildly fucking reasonably passable at it. He just doesn't seem the type of person who's like, you know, chewing on his pencil and be like, oh, yeah, I'm married to a Mexican. She's an asshole. Booyakasha. There was one, again, a couple of things where I do believe he could be funny, but I believe he's holding back his real opinions and his real self. So one of his little jokes.
Listen, Dallas, I've never owned a gun, never shot a gun, played Call of Duty twice, I'll figure it out.
And I was like, almost made my mouth move up a little bit. But you see, he's got stuff in there that could pass as funny, but I don't believe he's willing to put in the effort because it's fucking hard. It's difficult. Do you think I'm going to sit there and write loads of shit? No, of course not. Have you noticed how much he looks like a jelly baby? He basically looks to me like you've given a toddler with no teeth a jelly baby and then you've grabbed it out of their mouth because you realise you really shouldn't be giving babies without teeth fucking sugar like that. He says his demographic are 18 to 36. He goes, they call me the bro whisperer. No, they don't. They're whispering something, but it ain't that. I don't think he's refined any of the words or sentences in the proper jokes because, like I say, halfway through almost all of them, he has to chuckle, he has to laugh. Deep down, there's a little voice inside him, isn't there? And he just goes, no, go away, go down there. I've got a Mexican wife and she's an asshole and I've got 15 people in a car because I've got a big family. And
It's all fucking trite.
the last joke, it seemed very abrupt and again, not funny. Just seemed like he just wanted to get off the stage, high-five Joe Rogan and just go, oh yeah, I did it, I'm out there and I don't believe they have any respect for him. You can't because you're not telling him that if this was a screenplay, it would barely pass as a first draft. And you know what the best thing about this piece of fucking shit, boring, vapid waste of fucking 25 minutes is the end credits when you see all the awesome comedians that he knows. And like, how are you so blatantly unfunny when you are surrounded by funny people? It's just vapid and tepid. And the weird thing about it is it's quite unoffensive. That's why I don't believe it's really him. I believe he's with his friends saying horrific shit. Because you know your friends and your family, you can say horrific shit and they don't think you're racist, you're sexist, you're bigoted, you're this, you're that, you're ism, whatever. They know you. But the problem is we don't know him and he does a piss poor fucking job of bringing us into his world because he's just rich and famous already and it doesn't feel like he's doing it for the right reasons.
For comedy.
And that's a little ranty bit of bullshit about what I think about that. There's a couple of comments that just have to be brought up for just the pure stupidity and fucking hilarity of them. And this is the first one by capital A, lowercase c. And they say, wish you the best, Brandon. I'm here due to Coco and Burnthal podcast. He said you're doing a good job. I agree. Keep going, bro.
Hi, my name is... What? My name is... My name is...
Brendan.
So you listen to a podcast that you're clearly not fucking paying attention to where they say the guy's name, then you come to a YouTube video where it's in the title, it's in the thumbnail, it's on fucking Wikipedia, it's all over the fucking internet. You don't know his name and you are supporting him. That is just fucking... Oh, that is just delicious. It's so fucking delicious. In the spirit of being unbiased, have a look at some of these other highlighted comments. People that agree with me that this is terrible comedy, you're dumb as fuck also. You people don't like the special. Get his name right. Come on, it's not that fucking hard. And Eric Knowles says, everyone hates on this man. You go have the balls to do this, and if you don't, shut the F up. I think it's funny as F. 100. So, Eric Knowles, where can I find your comedy stand-up special?
Hello, anybody home?
So if you have a positive opinion, you don't have to shut the fuck up about it because you don't have to be able to do it. Just the people that don't like it. By your own logic, you go to a restaurant, you hate the food, and you go, oh well, I guess I'm eating this food for the rest of my life, even though I don't like it because I'm not a chef and I can't cook it.
The Dallas Improv, Arlington?
I think so, yeah.
That's where Gringo Papi was filmed.
Oh, no.
Dude, tough act to follow.
Pressure's on.
Oh, man. How do you know that? How do you know that was filmed there?
I was fascinated by the entire... I even know where the construction paper came from.
Oh, my God.
He's got a 1.1, 4,600 votes.
1.1.
The literal lowest rating you could get here is 10%. Even the worst rated movie has 1.9.
He's the best at being the worst.
And let's see if the people at YouTube are more favourable. Look at this, 40,000 likes, Okay, now you've got to be thinking, well, I'm wrong, I'm a cunt, I'm a prick, I'm a fucking...
Dirty slag.
Why is there 40,000 people who are willing to give him a thumb up on YouTube, yet only 4,600 people can be fucked to log into imdb.com? Are you ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1...
One thing I almost forgot.
If you're going to hate on me and say I'm not funny or Brendan's funnier than me, blah, etc., please remember this one last thing.
Brendan is a professional stand-up comedian. He's paid to be funny. He's paid to be funny. Paid to be funny.
What?
Paid to be funny.
And I'm a citizen, so
Go fuck yourselves.